Hey everybody, Sharma32 here. Welcome to the channel. We're here today to react to the 11th episode of Season 1 of classic Doctor Who. This one is entitled The Rescue and the Ark is the Daleks. Last episode was really good. There were some parts that were calmer because they were working things out, what to do, but I liked that. I liked them showing that you need to prepare for dangerous stuff like this and things like that. It was like an educational thing in a way, saying it just showed that they weren't just rushing into things. But a lot of things nowadays do. They don't show the planning part, which I really like that we saw that in that. I preferred the previous episode, but I still really loved the last episode. I was a bit wary about Antidus, not Antidus, Ganatus. As always, I forget the names and get them mixed up. I do apologise, but hey, I remembered the names. I just don't know who's who. But we had the ones that went. The guy that I reckon likes Barbara, or they just have really good camaraderie and just worked well together. His brother was just. I didn't trust him at first, but he was scared. He was so scared, but he did challenge his fear. He did face his fear. He did jump. Unfortunately, he jumped to Ian. He fell off, and now they're literally hanging with Ian on the ground, like with his fingers grabbing on. And it's like, I know why they did the cliffhanger there, but my god, I hated them for it because I was so scared for Ian's life. All the way through this arc, I've been scared for Ian's life so many times. But he's definitely the one at the forefront. Although Barbara's been there as well, and Susan's done a little bit too. But Ian's at the forefront out of all of them, I feel, and I like it. Hopefully, each arc will have a feature character that takes the main stage, as it were. But the Doctor managed to trip. I think it was they found a wire because the whole city ran on static electricity. They connected this, broke something, then used the key to the TARDIS to connect two things and just rerouted it. But then the Doctor and Susan have been captured. We do have the Thals that size, and I believe that one's Antidus. And I think the other one's Ganatus. But the one that's now the leader, he's on that side with the majority of the Thals. So hopefully they can rescue the Doctor and Susan. I'm assuming that's what the title's referring to. But it's also a double thing because it's referring to the fact that we got Ian and the other guy that's hanging off. Just hanging there, and I'm hoping both of them can be saved. But I'm really worried that Ganatus, apologies, the other brother that's with Barbara, hopefully, I'm really fearful that he's going to have to cut his brother away to save Ian, and I don't want that to happen. I was really fearful that was going to happen at the end. That was going to have to be the last thing, thinking, is he going to have to do it? But then they cut it out, So now I've had to worry about this. But it's been a nightmare having to wait. I'm so excited to watch it. But if you enjoy this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give the notification bell a tick. You'll know when the next video goes live. Let's get going with the reaction in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And as always, humming along, can't help myself. Apologies, I do think for a lot of that introduction, I was looking at the screen because I was thinking and trying to recall stuff, which I struggle with. So I do apologise I wasn't looking directly at the camera. Just when I'm thinking, I kind of just look off to the side. And my memory's terrible. I've stated in previous ones, so I was trying to my best recall who was who. Okay, I love the fact we pick off a few seconds before, so we recap a little bit, so people are like, oh yeah, this is where we're going. Come on, Ian, you can hold on. Barbara, Antidus, no, Ganatus. Fuck. Okay, that's the brother.
And then let go with my other hand. Antidus.
Oh, Antidus is the Antidus is the one down there. I do apologise. I knew that was a name though.
It's too smooth.
Antidus, you can do it. Come on.
Call the others. Kiss us.
Yeah, get the big, great big, huge tall guy that's like twice the size of Ian. He's gonna cut it to save them. Oh my god, how brave is he being? Oh my god, I didn't realise he'd do it himself. No! That's his brother. I don't think he'd do it himself. That's like he sacrificed himself to save Ian. Oh my god, it's his brother. Fuck, for God's sake, we've just started. I'm already crying. I'm already crying. We've only just started. Oh my god. I feel so sorry for ever doubting him. He sacrificed himself. Shit. God, this is going to be such a emotional roller coaster already. Shit. Except for them. They live with the radiation. Oh my god. No way. Oh, now you fucking turn up. Oh, you went to look for him? You went to look back.
Then we'll have to go back.
You can't.
Elian died and...
Elian. Oh no, Elian was at the...
For what? Can't you see there isn't any sense in it anymore?
Aww.
Can't give up now.
No, you can't.
Why don't you just give up? Because your brother died, for one thing.
Yeah, don't...
He gave us a chance.
Exactly.
My brother didn't want us to come. He said we'd all die.
But he sacrificed himself for Ian.
We can't cross the chasm without light.
Well, we still have the torch.
That's weak too. Can you use it sparingly?
Oh no. Christus. Okay, apologies. I get so confused with names I can't help myself. Whoa. Where's that light coming from? Are they working out there's some light somewhere? Exact. I like the fact they're addressing... They're using the fact they've got light on them.
Here, give me a hand.
I like the fact that... Because we've got to be able to see them. They're not going to go pitch black. I like the fact they use the fact they would have to light them up. Nice. I like that. Whoa. Photograph.
The doctor must have succeeded in putting it out of action.
But why haven't they returned?
The Daleks must have captured them.
Come on, mate. You got to go get them.
Now is the time to attack. We may be farmers, but have we forgotten how to fight?
You can defend yourselves.
Can't we do anything?
Just a moment. I haven't told you how we came to this planet.
Doctor.
But it does. I have a ship capable of crossing the barriers of space and time. Surely this would be invaluable to you.
You can't give them that. There it is.
Show you the ship. Explain it to you. Help you to build another.
A bargain for your lives.
Yes.
Where is this machine?
In the petrified forest outside the city.
Good. When the neutron operation has been completed,
Fuck.
we'll find a way to travel
Oh,
outside
Doctor.
the speed limits.
Why would you tell them?
Otherwise I won't explain its secrets to you and its philosophy of movement.
Now we know of the machine, we can examine it for ourselves.
Did he really think that was going to work?
Operate it without me.
Every problem has a solution.
Why did... I like the fact they got... That's how they're working out. Because the cameras kind of went down.
Alert Daleks in section 1. The Thals are entering the city.
Ooh. But which set of Thals? Is it Ian? Or is it the Thals? On the other side. It's Ian, yes. Ian's trousers shrunk a bit or so. Or is it... No, he's got them tucked inside his socks. That makes sense if he was like climbing around and that. He doesn't have to worry about tripping. I love the fact that Barbara's now in trousers as well. Oh, they heard them. Oh no, it's just somebody coming to let them know. Oh. Oh, so they're both. So they don't know that Ian and that are here. They can use that, yes. Now go, Ian, go. Come on, guys. Do it for Antidus. Again, I've probably mixed that name up. I've danked myself. Aladon, Antidus is the one that died.
Interior video scopes are recording movements on level 8.
Grandfather, look. Look, they found a way through.
Shut up, Susan. They can hear you.
How did they get into the city? Capsule ready to go. Critical.
Fuck, don't
Standing by. Ready.
do it.
Stage of the operation is about to begin.
Come on, just stall them. Stall them for a little bit longer. Just a few more seconds. Get in there. Come on. How are they going to stop them, though? How are they going to take on the Daleks? Just, like, suck the radiation out there or something like that? But or take out all the static electricity? But then how do they actually kill them? But they can't kill them. Well, we know they don't end up killing all of them, at least. Come on. I like how they got, like, rudimentary weapons. Hey!
No, you and the Thals are in the city.
We split ourselves into groups, and without the doctor, we didn't know what to look for.
We must find that control room.
But now they got Ian. Ian knows what to look for.
First and foremost, we must find the control room and knock it out.
Yes. Yes, he did die very, very, very freaking bravely. He knew he couldn't let Ian die as well. He sacrificed himself. Frickin' hell. Starting it off with that episode, that must have been a hell of a thing to try to talk to your children about. Shit. No! Okay. Shit, they're co-losing them in. No! Lock it, lock it. Yes, get the big guy. Yes, Barbara. No, is it the big guy? Come on. I think Antidus. I've got to stop trying to think of the names because I'm concentrating on that. Shit. No. 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 Okay. Shit, Barbara. Oh my god.
I can't move. They're pressing down harder. Increasing the pressure. You must try and roll out. Try and free yourself. Just get back.
That guy there, I think he's gonna die. Please don't say Ganatus and Antidus are gonna die. Not Antidus. Ganatus and Aladon. My god. No, don't kill him. Don't. No, don't. No. Not Ian. Okay. They're counting down. Okay, I thought they were going the other way. Is that the radiation? Or was that just a random sound? That wasn't... Ian, come on. Get him through, get him through. They're all through? They're all through, thank God for that. Oh no, they got one of them though. Shit, they gotta succeed. Like, obviously a doctor and that get out, but we can't wipe out the Thals. Come on, Ian. Be careful, guys. And Susan, if you're as loud as you usually are, and you give everything away, I will be pissed.
27.
They're all doing really well. I really thought we were going to lose Ian again. I keep fearing for his life. Oh, don't lose any of them. Please. Come on.
23.
That's a blind fucking Dalek, isn't it?
21.
You not see behind you? Or is that a mirror? I think it's a mirror. Susan, shut your mouth.
50. 40.
What? Please tell me she just got missed. 10. Oh. Yeah, okay, there's multiples of them now. Shoot! Oh no, another one went down. No, come on, guys. Fair enough. Oh no, another one. That was just a random one, right? Oh, it's the big guy.
Reinforcements overpowered.
Fair play on him for getting back up again. Did he just sacrifice? Is he alright?
Doctor, I think they're dying.
Because they took out the radiation, didn't they?
We've knocked out their source of power, I tell you. Look.
Barbara, is he all right? Yes, he's very badly hurt, but he's alive.
Thank God for that.
Stop all power from wasting, or it will be
War.
of the Daleks.
You were going to end another people.
The final war. 500 years of destruction end in this.
They didn't give him a choice. They did not give him a choice.
I want to look at the reactors and see if there's any radiation leakage.
I like that he wants to do that first before anything else.
Get the ship working again, Doctor.
Oh, yes, of course. Come along.
Oh no. I like that, taking the dead. Or injured, hopefully.
Christus, you all right?
Fair play to him. Fair play to Christus. Fair play.
What good is it to us? None of us knows the first thing about it.
Well, you must experiment. These Dalek inventions should be of some
Well, they could at least use the shelter, couldn't they?
Enough food by artificial sunlight. You've got everything you need now.
Yes.
At what cost? A peaceful way. Yeah. Daleks didn't give him a choice. They had to be taken out. Like that. They really did. They were going to ruin the planet for all other life. I can't wait to find out how they come back. Oh, he's looking at the machinery. That's awesome. And I like that. So they're going to give them like the tool to start learning. I like this.
This is
Oh.
what they call a compensator, my friend. Witches, the whole of it. It's useless. Throw it away. Forget it. Unless you want to live in a shell like our dead friends.
Oh, is that what's inside underneath where the thing is? Whoa.
Build a whole new world. How I envy you. But you must stay and help us. We could learn. Oh, no. I'm afraid I'm much too old to be a pioneer.
Oh, you have no idea, Doctor.
Well, then stay and advise us, please. No, thank you. We're much
You got to learn on your own.
my granddaughter and I. Thank you all the same. It's a nice gesture on your part. You know, this soil is not quite so barren as you think. I've been making tests,
Really? Oh, is that what those two test tubes are?
but I might just say this to you. Always search for truth. My truth is in the stars, and yours is here.
Won't you rest with us?
No, I'm afraid it's out of the question.
They need to get out there.
To find if they've learned the secrets, and if they have, well, who knows? I might live with them.
Oh, look, Grandfather, isn't it terrific? Thank you, Diane.
Oh, by the way, Doctor, have you fitted the fluid link?
Not yet, but I have it safely here.
Are you sure, Doctor?
Goodbye, Aladdin.
Goodbye, Ian. Come along, my child. I'm hungry.
Goodbye, Dione. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I like Ganatus. Wasn't sure on him in the first episode that we met them, but then I really, really grew to like him. I think I actually grew like him, and actually we need to listen to him. He's the one that's like a bit skeptic over everything.
The dress you make from this won't be suitable for swamps and caverns, but
Well, that's a good...
Aww.
yes.
Oh, he likes her. Why does it look like he's going to kiss her? Is he?
Barbara!
He does, he likes her. Aww. Oh, I really hope we get to come back and he gets to see her again. Oh, I really hope so. Oh, I knew it. Yeah! Kiss! Oh, you bitch, leave him out. It's like, I want more.
I don't think I'll ever forget.
Oh, I knew they liked each other. And she kissed him, not the other way around. I like that. But they got so much they can learn about. They got a shelter they can use, a permanent home. Where the did it go? What are we going to do now then? We finished the Dalek arc. That's awesome. But what's going to happen? Because that is really, really worrying high, or is it meant to sound like that? They're not going to go back to Earth, right? What the fuck was that? Did the Daleks do something to the fluid link? What? The edge of destruction. Frick me. Oh, come on. I knew it was going to end, but I didn't want it to. Oh. Oh. That was a good episode. I really, really liked that. I can't believe they started off immediately making me cry. Oh. But that was so good. That was so good. I really liked how that was done. Like how like I thought Thals have answered. Which one is it? Both. And then they were confusing them, and the fact that, I've forgotten his name already. The big tall guy that was of the Thals. The fact that he got shot and he got up and he was fighting and he's badly injured, but he's still full. I thought he when he crashed the Dalek into the thing, I thought he was dead too. I still can't believe Antidus basically said, I thought Ganatus was going to have to cut the rope and let his brother fall, but I didn't even consider Antidus doing it himself. Oh my god! Like my thoughts on him changed at the end of the last episode with the fact that he conquered his fear. He did. He conquered his fear. He jumped. He fell, but then and they won it for him and all the other ones that fell. But fucking hell, this episode making me cry right at the beginning. Oh my god. That was a brilliant episode to end that arc. That was so good. I can only imagine the questions and conversations that this episode brought up back then when it first aired, or now, with children watching it. I can only imagine the topics of the conversation that got started on it. And also the Daleks didn't give them a choice. They were going to kill the Thals and make it so that no other life could ever exist on that planet unless they were like the Daleks and needed radiation. So they literally gave the Thals and the Doctor and the gang no choice. There was no peaceful way to do it. The Daleks were that set in their way to do it. They would not listen. There was no other choice. Freaking hell. That was such a good episode. I knew as soon as Ganatus and Barbara, I'm probably mixing up names again, I'm so sorry. But as soon as, I believe he's the same because he's the one that's right under, like in the credits, when I'm looking at the screen, his name's right under the main cast. I'm assuming that's him. But I knew there was like that him and Barbara were like together, but it was really subtle. Or they're not together, but they liked each other. But the fact that he kissed her hand and then Barbara kissed him on the lips, I really hope we get to see them again. Because like Modern Who, you only see it, I guess, the Thals, and like we went in with the Doctor, in the 12th Doctor, where he goes back and he's like, there's a certain, I think it's the first episode of the season, and then it comes back later on, where he's on the planet and it's obviously part of the original war. We see the Thals then, but apart from that, I'm fairly certain they're not in Modern Who at all. So either we hear from the Daleks when we somehow see them again, that they wiped out the Thals when they came back, or we're going to get to see them again. I really hope so, because I want to see Ganatus again. I really hope Barbara gets to see him again. Oh, God's sake, I'm just like thinking of all sorts of things. Like, at the moment because I meant to say at the beginning, because like obviously one of these movies, or one of the movies, I mean, with Peter Cushing, adapted this arc, and I'm fairly certain it was this arc that had Bernard Cribbins in it. That movie, I think it was this arc, the Daleks one. I believe that's the Bernard Cribbins one. So like, sadly, he passed away this week. And that's just made me think of it. Damn it, I'm going to cry again from that. Because I bawled my eyes out finding that. If you're English, like everybody loved him from Modern Who around the world. As well, one of my favourite companions, probably my favourite. But if you're British, or watched British television, growing up, he was like always there 70 years. So like I feel like I want to watch the Dalek movie now. But I kind of don't want to because I know I'll see him and I'll cry. Because I think I've seen clips of the Dalek movie and I remember him in it. But I don't remember anything like of it, if you know what I mean, no storyline wise. Oh, I'm not going to cry. Nope. God, but God, my God, this is an emotional roller coaster. Like I feared for Ian, I feared for Barbara getting crushed, and Ganatus, and then the other guy that got at the end. And my God, roller coaster. But once again, not much in the Doctor. We had bits like different conversations and things like that, but it wasn't much with the Doctor or with Aladdin. That's one thing I'm not going to miss in this arc with the Thals. Similar names. I forget. Because, like, for a lot of this, I finally got in my head Susan, Barbara. Even though I knew Susan was the Doctor's granddaughter, they were still, like for split seconds, for, like, at least the first half of this arc, my head was like, stuff like that. So the Thals made it even worse. It's just the way my brain works. I have trouble with it. Oh, my God. I cannot wait for the next episode to find out what the hell just happened with that explosion. But I like the fact that, okay, we've now retroactively called this an arc, because it wasn't named that back then. But it's still connected. Each story flows one from the other. I like that. Oh, I cannot wait for the episode. That was so good. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'd love to know what you thought of this episode. Any little tidbits, awesome. I always love reading those little details you guys leave in the comments. It's awesome being educated by it, because there's bits I don't get, or things I don't understand, don't know, things I forget or don't notice. My head works in weird ways I don't understand, but I really do appreciate it, guys. But I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give the notification bell a tick. You'll know when the next video goes live. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.